Hi, I'm going to briefly explain how to graph scatter plot in Microsoft Excel. I'm on a PC, but the Mac version of Excel is similar, so I think that you should be able to do the same things that I'm talking about here, even if you're on a Mac. So this is one of the data sets from one of the teams that I'm using here to show you what you need to do. There are a number of different ways to do this, but I'm just going to select the data that I'm going to graph just by clicking and dragging on down. And so that is my first column, that's recurrence time. And then I'm going to hold down the control key, so that's my x-axis. And I'm going to select this other column, so that's holding control and then clicking and dragging down. So now I have the two columns selected. I go up to the insert tab, then I click on charts, and I just want a simple XY scatter plot. So here you can see the numbers look right. These are the right ranges, what you would expect. What you can do, the easiest way to add chart elements, because you do need to add axis titles, I'm using add chart element and adding both primary and horizontal and vertical axis titles. And so you would put magnitude in centimeters, and then you would put recurrence time in seconds. And remember, in reality, yes, we did our experiment using seconds, but we're treating this as if these are years that are going by, and we're looking at a number of different earthquakes. And so we can go ahead and say magnitude versus recurrence time for the chart title. So now we have our chart, and the easiest way to add a trend line to this is just select any data point and then right click on it, click add trend line, and you'll see that right away you'll have the format trend line submenu pop up. You can see it's already plotted a linear trend line, and all that we really need it to do, this is what you need, is to display the equation, and you can see that it's in the form of y equals mx plus b. You have a positive slope of 1.5368, and that would be centimeters relative to seconds, minus 0.7255, and you can see that if you project this, would actually, the y-intercept would be below 0, so that looks right. Then we would go ahead and let's again take a look at that. Let's go ahead and do that. Now we need to display the r-squared value on the chart, and you could have done both of those at the same time. And so this is actually written right on your handout that you'll be working with online. And if you remember, the r-squared value really tells you how well your trend line fits your data. If your r-squared value is at 0, basically there's just no connection between your data and the trend line. If your r-squared value is 1, that would tell you that every single point in your data set lies right on that trend line. And you can see that it's neither one of those. It's not a bad r-squared value of 0.59, so it's above 0.5, so it's not a bad fit, but you can see there's a lot of scatter, which is something you expect in almost any natural system. So that's all that you really needed to do when you're thinking about graphing, and this would be, you can just copy and paste this, usually just Control-C, right out of Microsoft Excel, and you should be able to paste it into either Google Sheets or Google Docs, or right into Microsoft Word. Either one of those should work fine. And I would suggest people use Excel if they can. This would mean potentially going and jumping on a school computer in order to do that. But I will give you a brief tutorial on what you need to do if you are using Google Sheets. So if you do have any questions, though, let me know.